Hey guys, Ranger here, and welcome back to the second update, to the second video on that 73 Dodge Polara. And this is what I've got mostly done to the car so far. I've already got the grille and the headlight bezels put in. I've got the front bumper also put on. And as you will see, I also got the rear bumper put on. There was a tiny bit of the rear bumper on the side here that I had to cut and trim in order to actually get, and the pegs that were supposed to go through this right here, the pegs that were supposed to go through the bumper, I had to kind of drill out a bit with a drill bit. I didn't actually use the drill itself, but I just turned the bit, got the holes to go through. And the tires that I used, as you can tell, I got the tires already put on. And the cool thing about these tires, the tires that I used, I was able to find someone that had a pair of the inner wheels and a couple of the metal axle rods. And since this is the Monaco frame, it's not completely native to this car, so it's a bit tinier. It's just a bit smaller, as you can tell. It doesn't really fit. So in order to actually get it to fit, what I had to do was I had to glue the front down on this. And as you can tell, where this is a Monaco frame, this kit is just a bit longer than a traditional Monaco. Whenever I put the rear axle where it's supposed to be on the wheel well, you can see this piece here where the Monaco tires were actually supposed to go. But since these wouldn't work there, I had to move them and run them through the frame. I had to run them underneath, or in front of those pegs. So that's how I was able to actually get them to work. And the metal axle rods, I was able to get the inner wheels, which I need to paint, but the car's not finished yet. But I was able to get the inner wheels through there, got it on the back. And so also, because this is a Monaco frame, it does not sit completely well in this. I had to raise up the rear end of this car a little in order to actually get it to look right, because if I just set it in there naturally, once it fit between the body panels right here on the rear, or the quarter panels, it sank in way too low. And I wanted it to have, in my head, this car, in my head, you know, this is the traditional Polara. The rear end is going to set up just a little bit higher than the front, because this is a 73 Polara. It's probably, I imagine it's got the 440 under the hood, but the tires are put on, and I've got the Dodge wheels and hubs put on, and I got the tires fixed. And I had to look at some pictures to try to get the tires underneath the wheel wells appropriately. And on the rear end, naturally, I fixed it so that the rear end of the car, the tires underneath the wheel wells on the back, are just a tiny bit wider than those on the front. But the tires look good, and the car does have a nice stance to it. Whenever it's set down, it does have a nice stance to it, which I'll show you. It has a nice stance. The front end is a little bit lower than the front, but not really low, which is what I wanted. And so I'm very happy with how it's turning out. And I still need a few other parts for it. I still need to put the decals on the car, and I need to get some a set of side mirrors for it, possibly some door handles, and I need a lot bar to match the one in the movie. But the next step is I have to paint the silver trim through the body of the car, and possibly paint silver trim through the fenders, and then paint the park lights on the side and on the front bumper, and I also have to do the tail lights and everything on the rear of the car. But the good news is the car is mostly finished, and I'm very happy with how it's turned out so far. I'm really happy that I finally am getting this Polara done, because I've always loved the 73 Polara, so I'm very happy to have this much of it done. Now it's probably going to be maybe about a week before my next update, because I don't have completely all the parts here. I've got the decals, but I don't have the light bar that I need. and I don't have the side mirrors either. Otherwise, this is how the car looks so far, and I'm very happy that the Polara is nearly complete, and the tan interior itself also really does look good as well. But thank you guys again for joining. Hope you guys enjoyed, and hopefully I'll see you guys in the next video that I do, and hopefully I'll give you guys an update on this beautiful Polara soon. Take care.